You're here early.
Wow. I hear you want to talk a little more about learning about real estate investing business and kind of how we do things.
I think it's
That's
awesome.
great. We're a little late. Sorry about that, but let's go down the table and talk about it.
Let's go sit down.
Come on over. Hello, Paul Myers,
Denise Myers.
Road Warrior Investors.
Yes, we are. Thanks for sitting down with us today.
Yep.
We've had a lot of people come to us and ask about our business, and they're always asking just how do you get started into it? How do you actually build a real estate investing business?
Yep.
And so today I think we will talk a little bit more about that.
I think we're gonna be talking basically about real estate investing. Ditch the hype and build a business.
There's a lot of hype out there right now, isn't there?
There's a lot of hype.
So many different programs,
Yep.
so many different opportunities or
But
yeah.
we will share kind of what we started. So we started, many people may know that we started in 2002 buying rentals, and we did this all on our own. We did not have any help from anybody. We pretty much learned everything on our own. We did do some of the, I know I did a few of the seminars and training programs, but you get bits and pieces out of everything.
You do.
We have been, since then, we've actually grown this business into one that we do this full time. We have employees. We actually have an office. You're in our office, obviously. And we have rental portfolios all over the country, and we really enjoy this business. This is why we're here.
You're right, yeah. But I think, more to your point earlier, when we first started back in 2002, we were newly married. We were figuring things out. We didn't have any money. And here we are today. So I'm very proud of us and where we've come from and how we've grown.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun along the way.
Yep. And with any journey, you have to take the risk and go out there and do it.
You do.
So that's what we did.
You do. So let's talk a little bit more about. So where do we want to focus? We want to focus today on what we know to be true and real in terms of the real estate investing business for us. And we're going to focus on 4 specific strategies that we've found to work. I think they've been around for eons too. I don't know how long they've been around, but they've certainly been around for a while.
Oh yeah, I know. We'll definitely cover those, and we're going to talk a little bit about, especially right now in the marketplace, you see a lot of. I want to call them gurus out there, but there's all these different products for real estate investing.
It really is.
Everybody promises an instant results, instant everything, fancy cars, big checks, the whole thing. That's not been the experience that we have through our journey. Our journey has been one that we've really worked hard and really made this a business and not a hobby.
Yeah.
It's very, very easy to attempt to have this real estate investing as a hobby. To really do it right and really be successful, it really needs to be a business. You should be treating it a business, not just a hobby.
Yeah. No, and you're right. It's overwhelming and confusing out there. What's going to work? What's not going to work? And that's why we wanted to come out today and just kind of share with you our story. And again, what's worked for us, and we're happy to even take this offline. If someone wants to talk a little bit further in terms of how and what we do, we're happy to have that deeper discussion.
We'll cover that a little further in discussion here. But I do want to talk a little bit about the 4 points, and we might dive into this a little deeper, but there's 4 points that people are mystified by, and for real estate jargon in this business is one is buy and hold. We all know what that means.
Rentals.
That's rentals.
Yep.
We all know fix and flip. Everyone knows that. People don't really know what assignment and wholesale. There's 2 different terms there, what they really are. We'll cover that more as we get into this. But I think that what to remember is that we've learned in this industry to be really successful and to be satisfied and really make a difference is you have to understand this is about, it's not about the house, it's really to the people. So you really need to understand the seller's needs and understand their situation. Understand what they're going through. I mean, the house is a very big asset for people. It's either the greatest thing they do or it's the worst thing they do because it becomes a problem. So we're there to help and not focus on just profits.
Absolutely. We've discovered that as we've gone along. I mean, when we first started, that wasn't necessarily our mindset, but as we actually started sitting down in the living room with family after family after family, respect is needed, empathy is needed. You're sitting there and understanding why they called you and why they're looking for an alternative other than putting their house on the market. And that is where we step in. And we may or may not be able to help them. We may or may not be able to buy the house because it needs to work on both sides. But a lot of times we do buy the house. And I know from the years that we've been doing this, we have story after story after story in terms of they call us after we're all done. They're happy. They feel fantastic that they've been able to move on from the situation that they found themselves in, and that feels good. Feels really good.
And I think that's what's missing in some of the gurus and whatnot out there. It's all about profits, and it is about profits. But we put people over profits on this.
We do.
And we're still able to make a successful business, and I know everyone out there can. They just have to have a little bit of ethics.
Yes, please.
So, but we will show a little bit about what we do. So if anybody hasn't realized that all our shirts and stuff is labeled with Homevestors, we are a Homevestor franchisee in Idaho. We've been with them for well over 6 years now. And the reason that we came to them is that whole business model aligns to what I just said, integrity and doing the right thing, professionalism. And the beauty of it is a business in a box. I mean, it pretty much, you can join in, buy a franchise. They're available all over the country. There's 1,100 of them across the country. And it gives you all the tools that you need to be a successful real estate investor.
Yeah.
And you advertise, and you get leads, and you close them, and they show you how to do it, the CRM systems. There's so many different advantages with that. And that's, if there'd be something better, we probably would have done it. But it's not. So that system has allowed us to buy rentals different places, do deals everywhere. We've owned franchises all over the place. We just have the one where we live here in North Idaho right now. It's been a really good, successful system. Not to mention there's a lot of
the support. And the training.
There's a lot of things like 100% financing for your projects. That's something that's not really offered out there very often. For Homevestor franchisees, we get 100% financing on the purchase and the rehab of the property. Yeah. Assuming you buy it right. You can't just buy it off the market, obviously. So there's a lot of advantage there. We'll cover that a little bit more, but I just want to make that upfront that this is who we are. And we're not here to be gurus. We're not here to sell you programs. If you're interested in being a franchisee, reach out to us.
Happy to talk
we're happy to talk. We're happy to share our experiences, and we're an open book on that. So. We enjoy doing this.
It's a good point. And there are 1,100 franchises nationwide, and we are actively growing. But we would be remiss if we didn't tell you that was, this is part of our story and part of our journey. So we wanted to be transparent.
And it's a big part. It's allowed us to scale. It's also allowed us to really be this business and not just a hobby.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's not just a side hustle.
No.
Gurus make it, It's
although you can do it part-time. I mean, we do see a lot of part-timers, but
yeah, you can. But really, to be successful, you really have to be into it. And there's a lot of moving parts, and as industry changes here and there's more parts and things that we have to learn and do, and we really got to build a strong team to make this work, too.
Yeah, and I think that you're correct. I think to set expectations for viewers or someone looking to get into or start a real estate investing business, if that is really what you want to do, then you do need to approach it like a business, and you need to. I would recommend you approach it full time, that, or at least have that be your goal. That you need to get to that full time, because if you do want to treat this like a business, you need to be all in. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, where do we want to go next with the conversation?
Well, I think it's important to really emphasize here. You mentioned a lot of research and stuff. Obviously, people need research before they do this business. A lot of different aspects of where you're working and different areas. I think that again, I'll go back to honesty. Our cornerstone for us is honesty and integrity, and that's something that I think is missing in this industry in general. And that's why it was nice to be with Homevestor, is that we all work together. And I can call any Homevestor franchisee for any help across the country, and they help you. There's no stealing your lead. There's none of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's all part of the system, and I think it's an important part to remember that it is integrity, and building a good team.
Yeah.
To make this happen.
Absolutely.
So
you want to dive into a little bit more about an assignment of contract, a wholesale?
Yeah, it's a good time to do that. So let's start with the easy one.
The assignment of contract or wholesale?
We're going to start at the buy and hold.
Buy and hold, that is the easy one.
Buy and hold is easy. People know they buy it and rent it out. Not much difference.
You do short term, you can do long term.
Yep. Yeah. Fix and flip, everyone knows that. Everyone sees the TV shows. You buy it, you fix it up, you make it real nice, you sell it on the market.
Yeah.
Next one is wholesaling. Difference in wholesaling is that you will purchase the property, close on it, own it, and then sell it to another investor.
I want to make a point there though, because the word wholesaling in real estate investing has been thrown around so much that we always have to clarify with another investor, what do you mean by wholesaling? Because someone else's definition of wholesaling in the real estate investing world could be completely different from ours. Our definition is we own the property, we've closed on it, and we will wholesale it as is, or we might clean it up and wholesale it off. We're really not doing much to that property before we offload it.
Yep. You got to remember you do own it, so you do have to come up with the funding to do it and close on it. So a little extra cost there. Typically, you make a little more money wholesaling a property because you own it and you have control who will end up buying it.
Yeah.
So you have the option, like Cindy said, to clean it out, get a little more money if you get rid of the garbage first, or you clean it up enough where it's financeable and you put it on the market, and it may not be very pretty, but it's financeable.
Sure.
At the right price, someone will buy that.
Yeah. An investor can come along and pick it up. Maybe they want to buy and hold or rental.
Increase value by making it even better, nicer, bigger. And the last one we'll talk about is assignment, and this is the one that interchanges a lot with wholesaling. Assignment is an assignment of contract. So if you have a purchase and sale agreement and it says, your LLC and or assigns, it allows you the right, at least in our states, to assign the contract to someone else. So someone else will take your place as a buyer and buy that house.
Sure.
And you'll make a little bit of money at escrow during closing, or if your attorneys stay through the attorneys, to that be your assignment fee. That's how you make money on it.
Yeah.
The advantage of that is that you don't have to close on the property, which means you don't have a lot of money out of pocket.
Right.
Disadvantage is you have to assign that to someone else that you trust that won't go behind your back, take the address and contact the owner directly, and try to get it for cheaper.
Right. Or you also have to know that they're going to close on the property.
Exactly.
And if they can't close on the property, again, with integrity and professionalism, I've got to be able to step up and close on that property.
Yeah. And I have troubles with it because I don't like promising a seller we're going to buy your house and then not knowing if somebody will close, and or even making a lot of money on top of that. It just doesn't feel right.
It's a level of commitment that we've made.
And that's kind of one of the reasons that we don't do subject tos, we don't do novations, anything that you're welcome to look up what subject tos are. But it's basically purchasing a house and keeping their note and paying them the mortgage for the last people. It's just, I've known a lot of people in 20 years have done that, and I can tell you they have gotten really bad trouble.
Yeah.
And it was nothing they did wrong. It was something happened, somebody passed away, and it became just a mess. So to make it easy, we just don't do it.
Right.
Because we believe in honesty and integrity. We'll purchase a house when, it's
with the intent to either own it, or we're going to find another buyer who will own it and close on it.
Occasionally, we'll sign it internally with our own home buster people.
Oh yeah, we do that
because we trust the buyer. We know them.
Yeah.
They're with us. So just to go back to those 4 points, if you look at what makes the most money, you make a little money doing assignments.
Yep.
You make a little more money if you do wholesales.
Yep.
But the wholesales cost a little bit more because you got to close on the property, you got to hold it, you got to insure it, you got to deal with it. You make a little more money than assignments.
Sure.
Fix and flip is where you generally make more money.
Generally.
But you have to have a lot more time to put into the property, a lot more money, a lot more risk. Maybe you need permits. Maybe you find something you don't want to find, you have to fix. You make more money, but it takes longer to do, and it costs more money in your pocket to make your money.
And you take on the risk.
And you take on the risk.
Yeah.
And then the last one's buy and hold. To me, I look at that really as a kind of a passive income, or a 401k plan, if you will, if you're for a corporate world.
Yeah.
It's retirement money. It's money that's either they're paid off or you're making them get paid off, and you'll have income later. So it's nothing that we really, personally in our goals, we don't really live off that income. We get everything paid off.
Yeah.
And use it accordingly that way.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of shows
we want it for that long term.
Signing and wholesaling kind of keeps the lights on, keeps things working, and rehabbing is kind of bread and butter, makes everything work, and then the long-term hold is one that we
It's our
hold for
retirement
future
plan.
retirement. Yeah.
So I think that model though has been around for a long time. It's been tried and true, and that's why and we've been successful in that area over the last 20 plus years. And so that's why we continue down that path. We know it works. It continues to work. And why we want to share that piece of it with the business today. But there's more than just those 4 things that you need to be able to do is to have a successful business, right?
Yeah.
You've got to start an actual business itself, and we've chosen to do an LLC. Can you share why'd we choose an LLC path?
Most people choose LLCs. They are a limited liability company. Basically, that is the easiest way to protect yourself and buy real estate.
Okay.
I'm not an attorney, so don't hold it against me.
Right.
That's what we've chose. Other people have different avenues, but anybody who wants us to do this business needs to get set up with LLC in their state or in a corporation maybe, and go through their legal parameters of figuring out the best scenarios for that.
Yeah. So again, find a local attorney that you can talk with. What makes the most sense for you, and the state that you're living in, for your business moving forward. Is it an LLC? Is it a C corp or whatever that might be? Know the laws and limitations and legalities of starting that new business. So what else is needed to start a business when it comes to real estate investing?
Well, I think it really comes down to relationships. Is building a team. It's about building a team. It's also about importance of continuing to learn and to adapt to the market shifts, and to really be one with your community and the other people that you invest with, just to know what's going on. So you can welcome to attend REI meetups.
Yes.
There's pretty much everywhere in the country has them. There's a lot of just continuing education you can do. With team members, you want to partner with some real estate brokers.
Yes.
Definitely, title companies, or if you're attorney state, you probably need an attorney. You definitely need an attorney anyway for reviewing contracts and for your risk management. Accountant's always helpful, unless you can do that yourself. We can't. Bookkeeper and accountant. And use your team. That's just part of the business. The other part of the business is contractors, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, foundation people, roofers. I mean, it's the never-ending list of people to use to make this business work. And if you rehab a lot, you're going to need a lot of people. Yeah.
I think there's two big points in there, though. So someone wanting to start out, and part of their research, we encourage you to go find local real estate investors and other local businesses that would support your business, and start doing research and having those conversations. I'll give you an example. So over in Seattle, there's several large real estate investing groups. One of them is REAPS. It's REAPS. And they have active meetings that you can sign up and go to on a regular basis to better understand real estate investing as a whole. They have a ton of vendors available. They've really got a great program. But again, that's one of many that are available.
Seattle, Washington is a pretty big metro area, so they have that. Most big metro areas have those
some sort of
REI meetups. So if you're close to a big city, you have a little bit of advantage. You have some good resources.
So that's one area. And then you brought up another good point, and that is all the different businesses that we work with. And then Paul and I have discovered it over the years. It comes down to building the relationship with the people, but know and have the expectation that those relationships can change, evolve, and even dissolve. So know that going in, but with the intent to have a level of professionalism. You are going to count on them, they're going to count on you, and there's a reliability factor there, from the general contractors to the title and escrow companies to, I mean, you name it. There's just a whole breadth of resources on the back end that are needed to be successful in this business.
And definitely don't forget that what real estate investors do is kind of a silent hero in a way. We help people out of tough situations. We take a property that otherwise wouldn't be livable and make it livable again and refresh it. So not only are we helping people, we're improving neighborhoods, and one house at a time. We're also putting people to work. If you put a lot of money into a rehab in a short period of time, and typically our rehabs, we get them done within 4 weeks. So it's a lot of money to inject into a local economy to help everyone out. It really helps. It puts people to work, even if it's just buying stuff from Lowe's. It keeps people working, and so people forget that what we do is an actual benefit and a kind of a service. That's forgotten.
Absolutely.
Everybody thinks about houses and profit, and it's not about that.
There's a lot that goes on.
So we're proud to be a part of business that has the same model as us.
It's almost like 3 phases, right? There's that beginning phase of going in and talking with that original buyer and helping them out of that tough spot, enabling them to move forward into their next adventure and journey in life, and move it forward in a better place. And then that transition and that local community impact that happens on when we do rehab a house, whether it's us or another investor, but it's a huge impact that happens in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
And then once we do put it on the market and sell it, you have a new family coming in, and they're able to start their memory over, or start their new memories in that house and continue on as well. It's really neat to see that that triangle unfold.
And for people like to reuse and recycle things, keeping an old house still functioning is better than sometimes building a new one. So we're reusing and making things work. So.
Yeah. Which is a whole other level. That's back to the environment and the impact.
And there's so much different in real estate investing. There's so many different avenues that we'll just talk about what our experience like we have here.
Yeah,
there's so many different things that can be done and the way people do things. But we're really proud to be a professional business, and I wish everyone can definitely be that way in this business.
Absolutely, I know it. I hear you.
So I think as part of like I mentioned, we are a professional business, and we take pride in helping people. And we want to share some of the testimonials, some of the seller reviews that we've received from people that we've worked with.
Yeah.
So
we have a couple of different ones, and these will be short and brief, but these are quotes directly from the Google reviews that we have received online on some of the work that we've done over the years. So one for us here specifically, it says, Denise and Paul Myers, we were so nice to work with, very professional and respectful to my whole team throughout the whole process. I look forward to working with them more in the future on more deals. So that was someone. And then here we have a buyer. Her name is, her title is a relationship manager because she's out in the field building relationships, and that's really what she does. And so you want to read the review for Tammy?
I'll have you read because I don't know how to read that. Fortunately, I have
no
reading
problem.
to read.
So Tammy, I cannot say enough good things about Tammy. My husband and I sold our property through HomeVestors. Tammy handled everything. I have sold a home the old-fashioned way before, and this was a much better experience. It was quick and painless. We didn't have to have people coming in and out of our home for months. We didn't have to clean up the property. Tammy handled it all. Tammy handled everything with a level of care, respect, and empathy that you would expect from a family member, while also being extremely professional. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy.
That's right. So.
She's part of our team and an integral part of our team. We couldn't do this without Tammy. We have an office manager, Felicia, as well, and they are consistently out in the field working with our clients, from sellers to buyers to all the integral businesses as well along the way, and consistency and professionalism.
Yep. I know as
through.
People are watching this video, we probably saw some before and afters in the video here too. You kind of see some of the work that we've done.
Yeah.
We've truly done this. We've rehabbed well over 500 properties all over the country.
That's just what we've done.
Yes.
Not to mention what we've worked on with others.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's been a fun journey. Like I said, we did mention a little bit about HomeVestors. If you want more information on that, you can reach out to us.
Yep.
We're happy to share. I mean, we're not salespeople. We're not anybody that is going to sell you a program. We are real people that use a system that works, and it's allowed us to be financially free and to spend time together and do what we want to do. I mean, the beauty of this business is as much as you put into it, you get out of it.
Absolutely.
So you put more into it, you work hard, you get more out of it.
I think the other neat thing over the years that we've experienced and we talk about all the time is all the different relationships that we have been able to engage with, and also the impact that we've been able to make on local families and how that projects out too. So it's been neat to see that.
So I'll probably close on a message here that we just thought of this too, but it's really about kind of forget the fake guru promises. Build a real estate business based on respect, professionalism, and genuine desire to help the people. And it is a HomeVestors way. It's a way we believe in. And it's a path to long-term success.
It is. We started off saying this, and that is there's so many different programs out there on real estate investing. It's overwhelming. We were looking at the social feeds the other day, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
And we all know if you look on social feeds and you look at one thing, you'll get feeds from everybody, and the rest of your social media, everyone in your family will for the next 2 weeks. So It's amazing that people are out there pushing that hard
Yeah.
to do something. And for us, it's just, like I mentioned, it's a professional business. It's back to basics.
We wanted to come
We're
shine a
just- we're
light on
doing
the
it.
real,
Yep.
what's really, what's worked for us, what continues to work for us, and what we continue to move forward with. So
Yep. And-
I do hope this helped a little bit today. Sounds
Absolutely.
good.
And through this whole video process, you'll see us day-to-day life adventures on our business.
Yeah.
Not only little videos like this that kind of explain what we do, but you'll see real life in the field, problems, concerns,
Yeah.
funny times. We'll get there.
We'll
It'll
get
be
there.
good. On a video to put content put out.
We are open to questions,
Mm-hmm.
some feedback, comments. Please provide that to us. If you don't want to leave them directly in the comments section, that's fine. You can easily reach out to us as well directly and give us feedback that way too. We're pretty open and transparent, you'll find.
Yep, and you'll start seeing more video of us traveling around the country. And if you're in a different state and you want to meet up with us, want us to look at a rehab or something with you, happy to do that. Same thing, get a hold of us. But
Yep.
until then, you want to like, comment, subscribe,
There's a bell.
hit the notification bell for new videos. I promise there'll be more new videos coming out. We're working on content, and we're not professional YouTubers, so most everything you see has been edited by you and I.
Yeah.
Denise and I have been doing
And
it.
we're not good at editing, so.
We're trying.
We're
So,
getting there.
Nevertheless, thanks for coming by.
Yeah. And have a beautiful day.
Thanks.
We'll see you again. Out in the field.
Yep.
Yeah. What? You're still here? We gotta go. We got an REI meetup to go to. We got an appointment we gotta go to. We gotta go meet some sellers. Let's go.